Good morning students. I hope you all are fit and healthy. So dear students, as you know that we have started the chapter that is nervous system in a previous video, and today we are going to study the functions of neuron. So the two functions of neuron are, first one is efferent process, then is efferent process. Before studying these functions, let us revise the structure of neuron. In the structure of neuron, you have observed that there were three major parts. The main body is known as cell body or cyton, which ends or branches into finger-like projection that is known as dendron. This dendron again divides into very fine branches that is known as dendrite. Then the largest extension of the cell body is known as axon, and this axon is covered with the sheath that is known as myelin sheath. And this myelin sheath, it was secreted by Schwann cell. Up to now this we have studied in a previous video. So today we will study the functions of neuron. First of all, we will study about efferent process. So you need to know that the neurons, they are connected with one another through two major points, that is through terminal branches of axon and through dendrites. Now if you observe here very carefully, this is the first neuron and this is the second neuron. So here the terminal branch of axon, it is connected with the dendrite of second neuron, and this point of contact between the terminal branches of axon of first neuron with the dendrites of second neuron is known as synapse. So it is known as synapse. Then let us know what is efferent process. Now the role of the neuron is to transfer the message in the form of impulse through one neuron to another. So for that you need to know what is efferent process. Efferent process means, see, this is the dendrites, these are the dendrites of second neuron we will observe here, and third neuron. First of all, we will concentrate on second and third neuron. So this is the second neuron, and here the dendrites, they will receive the impulse from the axon that is of the first neuron. So dendrites of second neuron, they are receiving the message or impulse from the terminal branches of axon of first neuron. Then this is known as efferent process. Efferent process means dendrites are efferent processes, that is they are receiving the impulse from other neuron. So here now you are observing this dendrite of second neuron, it is receiving the impulse from the terminal branches of axon of first neuron. Therefore dendrites are efferent processes. Now again, if we consider here second and third neuron, now this dendrite will pass the message to the dendron of the second neuron, and from the cell body it will pass to the axon, and again from the axon it will pass into the terminal branches of axon. From there this message will be again taken up by the dendrites of the third neuron. So this means that the dendrites, they are the efferent processes, that is they receive the impulse from one neuron and conduct them to the other neuron. Here you are observing second neuron, the dendrites of the second neuron receive the impulse from the terminal branches of the first neuron, and it has conducted this impulse through axon and to the third neuron. Therefore, this dendrites, they are considered as afferent process. Now, if we consider the efferent process, then efferent process means the terminal branches of axon, they are acting as a efferent process. So efferent process basically means taking the impulse away from the neuron. So dendrites, it was carrying the impulse towards cell body. डेंड्राइट क्या था, सेल बॉडी की तरफ इम्पल्स लेकर आ रहा था, ठीक है. देन दिस टर्मिनल ब्रांचेस ऑफ एक्सॉन ने क्या किया, सेकेंड न्यूरॉन की, इसने ये जो मैसेज आया था इसके पास, डेंड्राइट जो लेकर आया था सेल बॉडी के पास, सेल बॉडी से वो एक्सॉन के पास गया, एक्सॉन से फिर वो टर्मिनल ब्रांचेस ऑफ एक्सॉन के पास चला गया. देन टर्मिनल ब्रांचेस ऑफ एक्सॉन ने फिर से ये जो मैसेज था थर्ड न्यूरॉन के पास भेज दिया, और थर्ड न्यूरॉन ने रिसीव कैसे किया, रिसीव किया उसने अपने जो डेंड्राइट है उस पोर्शन से. So therefore dendrites, they are acting as afferent process, and efferent processes are terminal branches of axon. Afferent means towards the cyton. So dendrites, they are carrying the message towards cyton, and efferent means away from the cyton. So axon is carrying the message, taking the message away from the cyton. So just focus on the second neuron. Here you have observed this dendrite has taken the message, and it is taking this message and towards the cyton of this neuron. This means this dendrite is functioning as an afferent process. Then if we consider now second point, efferent process, this cyton will pass this message to the axon, and message will pass in the axon finally to the terminal branches of axon. Then these terminal branches, they will take the message away from the cell body and pass it to the dendrite of the third neuron. So therefore this is the efferent process. Thus axons are also known as efferent fibers. Efferent means away from the cell body, and dendrite, they are taking the message towards cell body, and they are the afferent processes. So this is about the function of neuron. This is all for today. Take care everyone.